Alright, so now we got both webcams on the computer monitor. We're going to talk about, in this chronological order actually, we're going to talk about a few of the videos I made in recent days, months, and weeks. And we're also going to talk about, but not just these two, maybe at least these two items, if not only. The third reason, as part of the third video about why I don't like topics and focusing. So, Electric Boogaloo number 2 of Electric Boogaloo number 2. So, yeah, if you didn't hear that in 30 seconds, it has been over 30 now. Almost now it is. It is gonna be, this video is gonna indeed be about two different topics. One, arguing about why topics are not my forte, or even preference. That's chaos in itself. But in that order, it's gonna be, again, about, this is gonna take at least 7 minutes of not talking about this in this intro. Again, one more time. We're gonna talk about the last few videos I made in recent time. And we're also going to talk about the third reason why I do not like topics focusing. Okay, here we go. Minute in, whatever. So the videos I made on my Android Unihertz Titan, it's not over here. Okay, this thing, I made them, and the ones with the thumbnails from Polar, the ones with the even like Inkscape, not RuneScape, Inkscape for $2. Polar for its own premium renewal thing, not too expensive even for Polar from Microsoft's advantage or whatever. Basically anything I did with this phone, including Splice for Android and some other stuff, I did all that for like the last week, 2 or 3 weeks on some other era of my odd cost YouTube channel, and I was able to work that out because I actually love doing that for one thing, and also like that was the 1, 2, 3 months ago thing where I was like, time may have very flied behind though, but like at least 2 or 1 months ago. And I was making those videos for the Human Gang Console, which was a new podcast series apart from Move. And Move was like belated await, like even more Deep Dogs, and at the point. So it was like, so when I was running Human Game Console or HGC for like 15 plus episodes in a row, almost every day or even every other moment, hour of those same days, as in more than one upload per day. But like actually winging it in my room, my house, and still actually carrying. Those were fun videos. That was one of the errors of content I made recent. And the other one of the other ones was using the chromoglyphs to talk about topics with those self-imposed definitions with the chromoglyphs. If you've seen those colored runes and shit, where it's like one topic would be like the C with the 2 lines in the middle, extracted down. That would be a topic for like freaking doubling your failure rate thing, and having Mickey Mouse from Fantasia and Jury Rig from Ben 10. And then have that in the thumbnails. Yeah, that's gonna get some people's attention. Seeing a fucking wizard and a devil in a thumbnail, and then seeing an angel from Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, and because that's supposed to be an illustration for communication alertness, and having the if I remember his name, for that one squirrel reporter from Hoodwinked, and having them on another thumbnail resembling saturated mannerism, and then have a bunch of edits in that video about John F. Kennedy's speech, where we choose to go to the moon because we do it not because it's easy, because it's hard, and that kind of stuff. Those edits, some of those other edits and those other PC videos, not just phone or mobile. When I made those videos, I actually managed to get through a lot of abstract philosophy points I wanted to make, which whatever I keep using that term for, not even textbook philosophy, but I should also make a term for that even then. When I make those edits and those videos and on camera presence videos or whatever, you can't talk ahead, I guess, usually. Those were really good in my opinion. I love making even that, where I'm just making like those quick edits of like a Xiao's house anime, outside the claymation, of course, the song I made with the not terrible singing, but still not obviously a joke either, so you make what you want of that. But it's like, it was a good video. I mean, the Xiao's house claymation was good, but it was like but having made those edits with the abstract philosophy ideas and then throwing them together, like the old man's advice, it's like Albert Bernison or something like that, and it's like the human mind is beautiful. Your mind is indeed incredible. You're better than that. Rise above it. Those were good videos. I liked them. Having the Alice in Wonderland voiceover from the actual Disney movie, cartoon movie, over an edit of Shane Acker's 9. See, those videos, and having Ratatouille over Walking Dead live action, not the game, not the comic game, but the actual live action series with the crossbow guy. Those those edits, those videos, they were really, like, in my terms, they were legit. So, yeah, that's recent content. Not all of it. I didn't cover even the ones that are, like, this week, but, like, or last week, or the whole month's in. 1, 2, 3, counting in. Days, weeks, months, you name it. And those were good content, in my opinion. Let alone for 5+ years this on all Crosswind. Yeah, we'll try and move on quickly a bit onto the next topic of 2, which is 3 of why I do not like topics and focusing. The third hidden reason. It's because I'm afraid of having identity, right? Right? Real talk? Why I don't like having VO topics on YouTube and focusing on certain niches or even specifications instead of being a generalist or a multitasker, extrovert, is because I don't like having an identity. That kind of blob and slime in me, slime versus stack. Not necessarily if I'm starting to stack, that philosophy might be something else usually. But the actual legit slime mythology of being immutable because you can become anything, like Jack from Incredibles, or freaking those other fairies and fays. I don't have to use like demon fairies, whatever, as an example. They even had some of that shit in Puss in Boots' animated series. Like, the red ones can transmute into anything they like. The blue ones mind control. Yeah, I'm not into like extended spin-off Shrek lore, so nope me out of there, please. Those models, they even like match each other easily, so I'm not gonna shit on them too much about that. But any spin-off series is gonna have issues with the marketing even then, but even if it's good. But that's what you could say about any spin-off series at that point. Even the Aardman's claimations for spin-offs, like with Shaun the Sheep, they didn't have that easy either. Like, we're freaking like for one more thing I'll say is that when you look at like series like that where they have spin-offs, it's like they're not doing spin-offs because the audience told them they like those characters. They're doing spin-offs because it's warranted to be a spin away from the main characters. It's like, that's kind of what you see with Magic Record on the anime from Madoka, is that they're trying to introduce a different story instead of focusing on Homura and Madoka the whole time. So there's my topic of this video. So, but yeah, I don't like having an identity because I like being that slime ball. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Okay, last anime reference. I like having that multitasking identity of being all powerful but still without an actual identification. So like you notice that we're in the fall season. It's about to be Halloween in a few days. I see fall and autumn season being that kind, not just a change season, not just a surrender season, which are positive virtues and mindsets to begin with for your attitude and mind. Thinking Napoleon Hill. They are actually ways, or World of Sentiments, I'm sorry. They're actually ways to prove that you know how to have a certain identity of self. You're not just someone who loves summer or winter or spring because that's just what it is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But preferences are from the curious, inquiring minds. Yeah, I have my own traumas. Ignore me on that one. I'm sorry, but like, but yeah, wherever that means from grade school maybe. Okay, sorry, but like, autumn and fall reminds me of the idea of accepting an identity because it's oddly specific. You have Halloween and to some extent Thanksgiving, and to some extent starting grade school in some countries and states in America. It's this weird season where you're not worried about the fact that it's getting slowly colder from the get-go, or that it's even a nice weather, or that it's a nice set of seasons that of all the other seasons, you don't have to worry about the fact that we are restrained and claustrophobic of only 4 seasons. No. Get claustrophobic like there's only like January to December. No. 12 months. Like, what the hell? There's only 52 weeks in a year. Oh, I had to make the most of it. Time's short anyways. Shut the fuck up. That goes my monetization anyways. Yeah. But like one more minute in this. I don't like having an identity. As per the fall autumn season, as an example. That's object falsity at that point. When I try to be an extroverted multitasker, am I trying to avoid my own problems, core or outer world or whatever else that means? Am I trying to be someone who just knows how to not actually enjoy or even legitimately use for the right utility topics and focusing on YouTube? No, I am someone who just does that because I sure as hell don't want to have an identity, and I have to have an identity because I'm human. I have to have some way to compromise with everyone else and myself in mind at the same time in a way that can still be standard, not always simple, not always complicated, but still accepts that human game. I guess I keep mentioning over and over again without actually being possible or usual. That whatever that means. So that's your Videos in recent, and why I don't top scrolling is focusing the third.